Hello, everybody. You can call me Hunch. I got Tyrone and Mr. Big over here, all right? Respect their authority. Today, we're going to be talking about how to build wealth in crypto and what my plan is, and maybe you can learn from it a little bit and, put your own little spin on it, right? Everybody's a little bit different. But we're going to start by talking about specialization, right? The world is becoming a place where you have to specialize to become successful. For example, doctors specialize, nurses specialize. A physical therapist like myself specializes, right? You name it, you can specialize in a field. Engineering, for example, again. So why is this? The world is becoming complex and it's diluted with a lot of good things, a lot of bad things, right? So now let's apply that to cryptocurrency, right? There's tens of thousands of cryptos, right? And each one of those maybe has an ecosystem or a subset ecosystem. Now, how do you learn about all these? Right? You kind of scan through Twitter, you research things that you find interesting, different areas like DeFi or gaming, right? And hopefully you come upon something that, sparks your interest. For me, I have really focused on the Bitcoin ecosystem and a little bit of Ethereum just to kind of understand it and see how Bitcoin can improve. But you can pick any ecosystem you want, right? Cardano, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Avalanche. These are all things that you can dive into if you believe in it. I'm not saying you're going to be successful at it. Okay, nobody's as successful as this guy. Let's be honest. I got a couple of stuffed bears over there. Okay, but you can be successful if you focus on it and you believe in it, and there's good fundamentals, right? And that's how you build wealth, because you build conviction in a certain investment, right? You start to see things that will make it more successful or less successful, and then you can make a sound decision. If you're spreading your knowledge and your brain power too far, right, you're going to be pulled in too many different directions, and you're not going to make a good decision. So let's talk about that. So let's start trading the stock market. In this article, it says, 90% of traders fail to make money, right? 10%. Let's go to the next one. Study shows 3% of traders make money, right? And then, so what is that conveying to us? It's conveying to us that people are chasing hype. People aren't really focused on fundamentals. They're not really understanding things, and they're not really building conviction in their trading, right? If you're a trader, you need to specialize in trading, not in long-term portfolio building, not in commodities and then crypto and stock. You have to become a trader of crypto, right? A trader of DeFi, right? Even that's a very specialized part of trading, right? But most of us don't have time for that, right? We've got careers, we've got jobs, we've got significant others, we've got hobbies, right? We all want to tend to, right? So let me talk about mine, for example, Bitcoin. I've been focused on Bitcoin for over 4 years, and I really am still learning and developing a fundamental knowledge set about it. And that way, if it, Bitcoin somehow portrays itself to me that it's not going to do as well, I can get out before everybody else because I have a deep understanding, and I'm not just going to keep throwing money at it, right? Even though I kind of am doing that because I still believe in it, right? So for example, here's OKCoin. You've got Bitcoin, right? But Bitcoin has an ecosystem around it. You've got Wrapped Bitcoin. Algorand is related to Stacks, which is a crypto that does smart contracts on Bitcoin. They use the same smart contract language, Clarity, right? So I can follow Algorand, and then that can, bring me back the road to Bitcoin and understand that the fundamentals are still there, and that type of programming language is growing, right? Which helps me understand if it's developing in the right direction, right? And then you've got Stacks, like I said, and then one of my personal favorites is Miami Coin, right? Miami Coin is built on Stacks. Stacks is built with Bitcoin in mind, right? That pays you that interest, right? So my plan is to buy and hodl as much Bitcoin as I can, and then spread out the ecosystem, which has more risk, right? So I have Bitcoin as my core holding, and I keep adding to that stack with my paycheck and going to work and having a job and some side ventures, a business. Then I have Stacks, right? And I collect Bitcoin through stacking Stacks, and you get a 10% rate. I don't know if it'll show you here. No, it just shows you the price. But basically, you can get a 10% interest rate on your Stacks, right? And then with Miami Coin, right? We'll go back to that. With Miami Coin, you can stack Miami Coin and get Stacks, and then stack for Bitcoin, right? So I'm really building out my thesis here, and I'm layering my thesis, and that way I don't just sell when everybody's scared. And then the final way I make Bitcoin is I got this credit card. I passively just, absorb Bitcoin every month for paying for my expenses, my groceries, my gas, right? I need fiat to operate in a world, or the US dollar to operate in a world. So I use this credit card, and then I'm stacking at the same time. And it goes right into my BlockFi account, right? And if you go through the website, you can kind of look around. They pay interest on your Bitcoin. So I'm stacking Bitcoin through the credit card. I'm stacking Bitcoin through my interest rate at BlockFi. I'm stacking Bitcoin through Miami Coin, which gives me stacks, and I'm stacking my stacks, which gives me more Bitcoin, right? And then I'm just buying more Bitcoin. And I've built massive amounts of conviction by doing this because I'm understanding it. I'm following people on Twitter who do these things. And you can't be good at everything. You have to delegate your knowledge and your learning to other people, right? And so pick an ecosystem. I don't care what it is. I'm not saying it's going to work, but the more you specialize, the more conviction you're going to build, okay? So to recap, specialize. If you're going to be a trader, and then maybe specialize in trading. It's been demonstrated over and over again that it's really hard to make money, okay? You're most likely not going to get rich chasing the high, the dopamine high of a crypto pump, right? You've got to really understand an ecosystem. You have to invest for hopefully a longer, medium to long term, and you've got to build your reserves of that asset, right? Same with the stock. For example, Amazon. You could really, over 10 years, you'd go through an emotional highway with Amazon of up and downs. But if you had conviction, you would continue to stack Amazon stock and you'd have a lot of money, right? And you wouldn't get rid of it to go chase a pump in Microsoft stock or Facebook stock, right? You would have built that core holding in Amazon and you would be loaded, okay? You can call me Hunch. That's how I'm building wealth. Let's get it.